my alerts here, and now my alert here. So if it doesn't reach those, then I'm just gonna wait. But that's what I see for US 30. Remember, it's also NFP News Friday, so that also will help it tank or go up. So be careful with that.
What time?
See, when it comes to news, I'll stick to whatever Kim calls out.
I feel you.
What were we saying, Jay?
What time is NFP? 2 or 12 or 10?
It's usually Friday, right? So like at 9:30,
Yeah.
9:30, 10 my time.
Where are you? You're east.
Miami.
Oh, you're down here, bro?
Yeah, dog. 305, bro.
I'm in Fort Lauderdale. What the fuck? We need to chill.
Oh, for sure, dog.
Where in
Oh
Miami
shit.
are you?
Where? Sweetwater.
Oh, you're fucking way down there.
Yeah, dude.
NFP 8:30 a.m.
I'm not with that party life area. Too much traffic. But
How? You're like an hour from Fort Lauderdale, right?
yeah, around there.
You're off of the Turnpike or 75.
I think turn it up. It's a turnpike. If I'm not mistaken. I don't know, to be honest with you. Mm-hmm. Gold's about to go up, bro.
I'm in a buy for gold, but that's because they called out a signal.
What was your entry?
Hold up, I got you right now. It was 1478.
Wow, for real? Holy shit. That was the signal they told you to do?
Yeah, they said the 1478 entryway. So I just plugged in because I wasn't gonna. I had a feeling that if I didn't plug in at that moment, I was gonna miss the move completely.
Damn, that's out of resistance, though.
Yeah, that's how. Why would they call that?
I don't know.
Look at this shit.
He said 1478 area.
Yeah,
Yeah, he said buy 1478 entry area. Stop loss 1474. Take profit 1483, and then take profit to 1487. But I don't have any I don't have any markups at all on my phone.
Look,
I would have
bought.
Really... No, I would have bought here at the retest of here, if anything, because this is a daily resistance that I have here.
Yeah, I always mark off on the daily.
Yeah.
What's that top markup?
This?
Yeah.
That's the untested support that's being tested.
That's where you mark. That's where you bought.
So this is
somewhat where I bought.
So you look at the weekly standpoint, 1480 was a strong support, and when that shit broke, it tanked, and then 2 weeks came back for a retest, tanked. So it all, no matter what happens, it always comes for a retest. That's what I believe. But right now it's here. So if it breaks this, and if I get a good clean break, I'm buying this shit, bro, and I'm taking it till forever. I'm
jumping it.
But the signal for me, I wouldn't have bought now. I mean, you could, I guess, but you're basically assuming that it's gonna break. You can't assume that though. I mean, overall, I think it's going up due to a double top on the bottom, a W forming, a clean W forming, like, really clean, especially on the 4 hour.
Yeah, that's what Luke called out.
And you can see this too, W. Everything's going to place.
W forming everywhere.
Higher highs are being broken. Like, I think it's going to go up. The problem is, it's news, man. So this is what I think. If price goes, let me go back. This is just my input. I think it's going up. I've been saying that for quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when it hit this. But if price hits here and gets respects, I think this will be a good buy. If you don't see this bouncing off this retested resistance, because it broke a resistance, so I'm waiting for a retest. Once you start seeing rejection up and it start this becoming support, then I will buy here. If not, if this breaks, I would buy here. Like
Gotcha.
1464. Only if this breaks. If this doesn't break, I'm buying here and taking it to 1480, my first TP. And if it breaks 1480, I'm just letting it run. To be honest with you, I'm just gonna let it run.
See, I think the first thing I'm gonna have to do when I get my job and I get my first pay is do the monthly for TradingView. That way I could have my access to all my charts no matter where I am. Because I was literally going back and forth when it came to the US 30.
Yeah. I feel you. But once you have your markups, you don't really need to change them unless a huge move has occurred. Then you adjust. But usually should change your markups every like 3 to 4 days, depending. It doesn't have to be all the time, especially if it's a higher time frame support, resistance, or zone.
Mm-hmm. I remember Kim said every couple months you change your monthly.
Yeah.
Maybe every like 2-3 months you look at your weekly, and if you have to adjust it, you adjust it. She said the dailies have to be changed, maybe possibly, I think she said 2 weeks. And I know that the hours, she said that can be changed like at the end of the week type of thing, going in for the new week.
I have my dailies from months ago, and they still match up pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
My daily
Yeah.
lines are from months ago, and they they're only off by like a few pips usually.
Yeah, I don't usually change my dailies or weeklies or even
Just
monthly.
readjust.
I just tidy it up a little bit depending, but all in all, I usually don't change it. I change my 4 hours depending on what happens.
The
Like
the
if it's like
4 hours and the 1 hours are like the only ones that need to be changed up at any time.
Mm-hmm.
But even with those sometimes
Those can just remain.
they last a good 3-4 weeks.
Yep. But
Brandon over there eating ice.
Are you eating ice?
yeah. But I mean, so yeah, overall I think it's going up. If you want, you can try to catch yourself if you break retest.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't like going against the trend too much. But this would not be a bad sell. But if you do a sell here, just keep an eye on it because it doesn't really have to come down here to start going back up.
No, I'm much rather just focus on the buy just because I know me. I'm gonna plug in and then I'm gonna forget about it. That's why I'm just here. Like the trade, I have 2 trades open. I have a sell for US 30, which right now I'm in the negative, and then I have the buy for gold, and that one's in the positive. I'm gonna just leave it there. If it hits my TP, it hits my TP. If it hits my stop loss, it hits my stop loss. It'll be a learn. It'll just be a lesson. I'll figure it out.
So whenever I mean, there's something wrong with signals at the beginning. So whenever you get a signal, it's always good to always look at where they're calling it. Because you shouldn't. I mean, I get what you're saying. Like you didn't have your phone or you didn't look at.
I got you. Always
but
analyze it beforehand.
Yeah, because there are times where I used to take signals too, but like I don't take it anymore unless it's Kim's US 30.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, like this is a perfect example right now. So he called a buy at 78 or some shit like that. You said right? You said a buy at 78, right?
Yeah.
So that's that's in between resistance, a strong resistance right now, and a support. So it's basically in between here. So it could it could reject this and go hit your stop loss, but that doesn't mean the trade was bad. It just entered. It was just a really late entry, in my opinion.
He called 1478.
Yep.
I wouldn't have called that, but he must be very, very, very confident it's going to break this. It could. I mean, I'm hoping. I'm hoping it. Like, I think it will, to be honest with you, but I don't know when. Because it could do this, it could go here, it could tank here, and then it could fly. You know? Because the same thing like US 30. Gold went up really high these past couple days. Like these past, like, 1, 2, 3, like 4 days. There was, even on the daily, there has to be some sort of retracement. Even if it's a wick. But, like, there hasn't been any right now. So that's why I'm very skeptical of buying right now, unless I see a break here. If I see a break here, I'm buying no matter what. But I would be okay if it does this, and then I'll buy here. So just keep an eye on it because it's in between broken resistance and a retested support right now.
Yeah, I'm looking at the call now. He did.
Yeah, I would be careful. That's just based on, like, my own 2 cents.
Yeah,
I'm with you on that one because that's the same. That's the same place I got my lines at.
Yep. Just keep a track on it. Like, if it goes here and it hits your stop loss, it sucks, yeah. But if you do want to enter again, I mean, you wouldn't be wrong if this creates a good support. But just keep an eye on it because now, you took an L here, but what if it hit this and came back up? So in a way, he was right. He just called it a little early.
A lot of times he does call him early.
I honestly haven't seen his calls, to be honest with you. I just look at US 30 whenever Kim calls it.
Yeah,
Any other calls?
He calls it early. Sorry, go ahead.
I don't really look at it.
A lot of times,
early.
like I've seen his calls. They wind up coming close to the stop loss, and then swinging up.
Shit.
I think the call that he lost last week was the last call that I took from him last week, and that was just something I was like, all right, it's a holiday week, so I'm not taking any calls unless it's US 30 at that point. But I have one sub with his, so that's why I'm like, okay.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm not saying it's wrong. He seems
I
like a
what you mean.
good. Yeah, it's just I
call is
personally
early.
wouldn't have took it. Like, honestly, I wouldn't have took it. I don't know. Depending on what you business. I mean, right now it's gonna create a double top, most likely. Especially on the hour. A lot of rejection. Yeah. I don't know. That's a if you call for me, but whatever. It is what it is. Just keep an eye on it. If you want to get in again, for if it goes down to 1475, just watch until you see price reject. Respect this line, and if it creates support, I will go for a buy here. If it doesn't create support, like I said again, just look for this area here.
I think I'm just gonna close it out for now.
I mean, it's your call because I don't want you to
No, I get what you mean. No,
because
I'm seeing
what
what
if it
you're
just goes
talking
right
about.
now, like boom, then I'm like, oh shit. it cost you a dub.
I mean, if that there was just something like after seeing like your markups and seeing like the lines and stuff like that, I do see what you mean about um the resistance line. So that's why I'm like, okay, I'm definitely gonna keep like eyeing it down, and if I see that it closes a little bit above the 1480, then I'm getting in.
Yeah, I mean, even if you see positive here, and if it breaks here, you miss 20 pips, but like at least if this is a break and retest, you'll catch up. It'll be a lot more safer.
Yeah.
And you'll catch a lot more pips because you can catch it up to here if you want.
Yeah, I'll take it to his first take profit.
You can catch up to here.
His second take profit is 8.7. His second one.
So he probably did it here, around here.
87.
The wick
on the dot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Around right there. Yeah.
Was there a 1 hour resistance probably? I guess because of the wick for the 1 hour. That makes sense.
Yeah. So that's why I'm just like, okay. But after seeing your like where you have like your lines and stuff like that, I understand like it was an early entry.
Yeah, I mean, I believe it was. But I mean, it's your call. That's your account. You do what you see fit. Like I said, if you do close it, I mean, you want like what 10 pips, so that's still something.
Yeah, I closed it. I closed it with a couple cents in profit, like a quarter of I think like 30 something cents in profit, which isn't bad. That's why I'm just here like, okay, I'll close it now, and then I'll just keep an eye on it.
Even though it says profit, you have to consider commissions and the swap because it doesn't calculate that in the profit.
Unless you close until you close it though, then it'll.
Yeah, I still got it says 30 on here, 30 cents.
Yeah,
because I was looking at the top as well.
Yeah, that's good. That's fine. Because like I said, if it catches here, respects, you'll get a little more better entry, and it'll be fit. And this could be your TP, which would be 50 pips, and then you can do his next TP, which is 87. So that's 120 pips.
It's 84 and then 87, but I would most likely put in TP2 and just watch it.
I think honestly, man, like once this breaks, I think my TP one will be 91.
Because that's a strong support. That's a strong resistance.
4 hour. Well, not even a 4 hour. I mean, I would even have it here, to be honest with you. But let me get a little angle. I would even have it here at 94.
Okay.
That's just me, though. Because that's where I see. Because price can break. It could be so strong, blah, blah, blah. Probably hit here or here, then go down. Well, I mean, that's normal. And then we'll start consolidating until it goes back up.
1484 is a daily resistance, and 1487 is a 4 hour.
So that makes sense as to why you did the daily resistance. $14.94 is also there as well.
Yeah, but it's gotta go through those.
That's good though. Yeah.
It still has to go through 1491, and that's still.
I mean, I guess it's a reason. I mean, this is like a support. Hasn't created resistance yet. I mean, you could do a little 40 pip zone for a daily. And if you want to be more secure, if it breaks that, then yeah.
Like me specifically, I'm not studying gold just because it's like I don't know if it's just the way that I've seen it move, but I feel like it's a very volatile pair besides the other ones that I'm doing. So that's why I'm kind of feel like I don't know if I really want to focus on 4 to 5 pairs at the moment.
No, don't.
Exactly.
Me
So
personally, I only focus on one.
I do at most 3, which is GAGN US30. I add gold whenever I see a good opportunity.
okay.
No more than that.
So it's more of like a watch list type of thing. Like if I see it, I see it. If I don't, I don't.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
But this is good. Yeah, 1484 is like a good zone. 8480. So for sure, a break at this zone is going up, like no doubt. But keep an eye here because you can get a better entry and just hold it. Even if it breaks this, it will retest probably here or here, consolidate, and then go back, continue going up. But I think gold's going to go up. I think it could even go back up to the 1500 by the end of this year, maybe more. To be honest with you, but we'll see.
I'm just looking at my US30 and I'm seeing myself in the negative, but whatever. I chose to get in at that point. So
I'm in US30 right now. And
So-
it's like really hard to break down past that one support, like that retest support. So I'm at -2.
yeah.
You both sold, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I sold.
Right. I don't know if you were there because I explained a little bit. So overall, I do see it go down still, but the problem is, if you, let me look at a daily point of view. You see it tanked for 2 days straight.
Yeah.
It could continue tanking. I mean, I could be wrong. Like
Okay.
it could do whatever it wants, but the problem is though, I do expect a huge retest.
Yeah, most likely it's gonna be like a flag, and then it's
And
gonna
then tank.
it's gonna continue. It's gonna go back to like where 27 7.5.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. That's what Kim was saying too on her live.
Yeah.
She was saying there's going to be like 2 retest areas, 1 and 2. But
I have that
guess
here.
the US30 trade that I'm in, I might just get out of it because I don't want to ride it all the way up and back down.
See, yeah, exactly. Because look at this. That's why I have I'm looking for a sell here. You can catch a buy if it breaks your little area here. A break retest would be not bad at all, and catch the buy here, take profit here, and once you see price reject this area, I will sell.
Because that's also what Stephen Lindor called on Sunday. Was if US30 does a drop like it did, it's gonna create a flag, and then it's gonna continue the drop.
Yeah, for sure. I truly believe it's gonna tank as well as gold's gonna go up. I'm not 100% sure, but due to like what I've been seeing, and especially with fundamentals wise, I think it's still gonna do that. But I won't be surprised if it goes up here, which is like at least 2,000 pips, 2,500 pips. Bless you.
Bless
And
you.
it tanks.
Thank you.
So like I was saying earlier,
Like you would probably switch it into a buy.
Exactly. See right
Yeah,
here,
I think
like
I'm
price
just
is
gonna
being
close
rejected.
out and just take my loss for it.
Price has been trying to break this for some time. It's like consolidating in this little zone right here.
It is, yeah.
And I personally would not have traded this unless it broke this right here.
That bottom one, yeah, I was gonna say that.
If it broke here, and then I would have been, yeah, it's good. But then price respected this support.
Yeah, it did.
Which was a huge wick back up here and came back up. So right now there are still some buyers, but this is only because of a retest. So I'm looking for sells here. You can do a
retest.
Yeah, you can do a buy here, which is not a bad buy itself, but just right now, it's very bearish overall. So the reason why I said be careful if you do, I mean, like I said, it is a decent buy. It's 2,500 pips, but price does not have to go all the way up here.
Yeah.
So if you do buy off a break retest,
I don't think I'm gonna buy off of it. I think I'll just sell.
Okay, that's also good too. So just have your alerts. I mean, I have my alerts here, and I have my alert here at the break of this or at the retest of this.
Okay, same. Thank you. Yeah, I think the minute like I see it like another wick going down, which I see it right now forming, it's going down. I'm just gonna like take a minimal loss because right now it's not losing so much. I want to see it in blue, but
Okay.
I'll just take my loss for it, and that's it. I don't want to write it up.
Yeah, I mean, if you hold that shit, that's like at a 0.01, that's like $200, $250.
Up there. I mean, I do have that, but still, like, no.
I'm talking about drawdown. Like, if you do hold yourself here, that's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
And we don't like price doesn't even have to reject us. It could even come back up here. You know, like you never
that's
know.
true.
So you just gotta be aware. That's why you gotta pick. That's when you chart up, you look at the most like high probable chance of a good entry. Like it's never gonna be perfect. And there are times you're gonna get sniper entries, but that's not gonna be all the time. You gotta look at the best entry that with the highest reward and the lowest risk possible.
Yeah, makes sense.
That's why here, I mean, yeah, this is a little resistance here, but this is not as strong as I can say this right here.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Or this right here.
Yeah.
In a like just an example, just for example.
Yeah, I guess like Steph and I both wanted to take like Kim's signal. But yeah.
She called a sell here.
We can factor in like both, riding it all the way up that way. We just figured, okay, it was gonna hit the retest and then go back down.
She called a sell here.
Yeah, she did. She called. Well, no, she called like the same thing. She called a sell, but she was like, it could either tank, like drop more, or it's
a
gonna ride
continuation or
up.
retest.
Right, literally the same drawing. So it was either gonna go up, retest, go down, and then go back up for the higher retest. But she's like, it's definitely going down, just not sure when.
All right. Yeah. So we basically have the same thing. Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah. I can't. I wonder what she called us sell here. I didn't see her live. I was knocked out, so I couldn't.
Yeah.
Based on the weekly, you said?
Yeah, I got you. Hold on, because I actually took a screenshot of it. This was what she called.
Let me see. Look at my phone.
I can send that in the group chat if you guys want instead.
I think, yeah. I mean, I have the picture. Yeah, I have that picture too.
I just want. What was her entry? I just want to know what was her sell entry.
She says sell the break of the weekly, which is 27 to I think it's 290.
290? Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
Or 22 320, I believe, because she has like a little zone there.
So at the break of this, right? Like around here, lower than this.
There. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, for sure. Yeah. I would have definitely done the same thing.
She says that it's gonna bounce from basically 22 320 to about 27 610, and then it's gonna go right back down. Or it's gonna go up to about 27 720 and then tank.
Yeah, I think it's gonna go back down, but I think I'll buy it once it hits like that final, like that 27 390. I'll go in once it hits that area for the sell. No, I'm not buying.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, I'm not gonna test that. I guess because I haven't done it yet, and I'm still like this week is like my first week.
No, yeah, for sure. That's why I wanted to ask, because I'm thinking I don't personally think she would have called a sell. Sorry. A sell here. That's why I just wanted to know her entry. So it was around here then, which it makes more sense.
Yeah.
So you guys got in a little early then, basically?
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, we both did, because I was actually looking at it too, and I was like, okay, if it breaks here, then I see it going for the sell.
I understand now. Okay.
But it was
Yeah,
based off of my markup on.
just be very careful with that. The reason why she calls breaks and buys off what she says is because it's going in a strong support that's resistant. It's breaking one of those. That's the only reason. Like, yeah, you'll probably have a better entry here, but and if it tanks, hell, that's even better because you can enter here and enter in Kim's thing, so you'll be chilling. But it's not always like that. You can't assume just because Kim's call is going to do it. Like the market does whatever it wants in the end.
No, definitely.
But so just be very careful whenever you guys want to trade, want to get into a trade, especially a good US 30 call from her. Just be patient. Like the market's here. Don't
I just
rush
saw
it.
that.
Okay.
What?
What Jay posted in the chat. Which one's that one for?
That's US 30.
Okay.
That's what she said.
No,
or this was
that's his markup.
That's you.
That's Lindor.
Okay.
One flag, two flag, one more flag. Base of 4.
Okay, looks interesting.
He did that markup on Sunday, and then right after he did that market, it did that drop that he talked about, and then now you're waiting for the bearish flag to form, and then it's gonna drop again, and then wait for another flag, and then it goes for the big drop.
So right now we're at that little flag.
The first.
We're at that big flag, actually.
The first flag.
The first one.
That's on the. This was on the 4.
Yeah, we're on the first flag.
Oh, so he drew those little flags already.
No, he took it from. If you go
I see what you mean.
If you go to the left, go on the 4-hour chart.
That's where he is.
Okay, and then he took it from one of the sections, and then just like pretty much
that little semi flag that's right between the two zones is that little piece that he has right there, right before the first flag, right?
No, that's the drop.
No, he has like that same flag setup as that.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying. That's why I confused it for the first flag.
Yeah, where we're at right now is where the bearish flag is gonna form.
It's already forming the hour.
Yeah.
It's a little pin. When price does this, it usually goes for a tank.
Okay, so I'll just wait it out.
Yeah, wait it out. Look for a good entry at the break of what she said, or retest at this area here. And I don't think you could go wrong.
No, I meant like wait it out. I'll still leave my trade open.
Oh, okay. You can do that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, just keep an eye on it.
Most likely, it will consolidate in between those two areas before another drop. No.
Yes.
I don't.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have my.
Hopefully.
Let me see. Wait, I have my stop loss at 2.7. Wait, are you on? 2.7. Okay, I guess that's fine.
She does 1-to-1 ratios, so it's 1,000 for 1,000. So if you do look for 1,000,
she's doing 500 now.
Huh?
She's been doing 500 lately.
No,
for stop loss.
Yeah, Kim has.
Kim, yeah.
Okay.
On the US 30, she's been going every 500.
I think that's when it was,
that's when it was going up, though.
Yeah, when it was going up because nothing's ever hit up there.
Yeah, but now we're going down here, back to reality. So we'll see.
It's coming back down to hit the ground before it flies right back up.
I really hope it tanks. I mean, overall, it's still an uptrend,
Yeah.
no matter what you see. But I think it's gonna go down soon. Let me see a daily. Sheesh. Yeah, just be patient. But yeah, just keep an eye on it here in your trades.
Okay.
Gold, we said. Do you guys wanna? Do you guys have charts? Do you guys wanna like us to look at?
Yeah, I have a chart. How do I share it?
Let me stop share. So at the bottom of the screen where it says invite participants, there's a thing called share. Just click that.
Invite participant. Okay.
And when you click that, just click on where your chart is.
Okay. Invite participant.
It says it's a green arrow. It's like
Yeah,
a
so
green box with an arrow. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, you guys see it now? Or no?
No.
You gotta click on the when you click share. Oh, yeah, no,
There you go.
There you go.
Now you can see it?
Yes.
Okay, there we go.
Where is... Okay. So we have. Go ahead.
So before this drop, price was moving sideways, right? So
I had NAS 100 on here.
the price action that was happening.
Like there was two retest areas, and it was like sell for break. Sorry, sell the break over here.
It came up, it came right back down. Right? It came right back down.
I was about to ask you why your zone was so big, and then I realized it's a 15-minute.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Sorry. Oh, like what the hell are you doing?
It's okay. I'm looking at it too. Like what?
Okay, there you go. Yeah. So there was like this is a retest. I think it's gonna retest. This is another retest, but I honestly I want to just sell from down here. It goes down to here. What do you think, Brandon?
Do you have where's your 4-hour daily zones? Because that's a 1-hour resistance. I mean support that broke that which created resistance soon. But where you need what's your markers for in terms of like 4-hour and daily?
I guess I only did the 1 hour. I didn't do the 4 hour. So
I mean, what you have right now is really good, but you need to have some clear indication of where's us next strong resistance, or for daily, 4-hour, weekly, even monthly if you want. Right there, what you show me, it's a good break retest off of 1 hour. But other than that, there's nothing indicating of what it's doing. Let me see let me pop it up.
I think that retest sell zone is a pretty good 4-hour, from what I can see anyway.
Was that NAS 100?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right,
8276. It looks like it's a pretty good retest support line.
Yeah, this one.
No, not that one. The top one.
Oh, sorry.
That one. Based off of what I'm looking at.
Let me do a little quick chart up. Give me 1 second.
What the hell is going on here? Right, here we go.
1 second. I mean, what you have there is really good. Like I like how you have your break retest and all that. It's not bad, but I do recommend you start drawing your strong support resistance and naming them so you can see where it's at. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because where, like for example, let's say that little flag there, is between a strong support or resistance, it might not go to retest your flag area depending on the location of where it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'll check it right now. I haven't done any markets with this pair. Let me see.
What I'm thinking right now is I'm gonna have to start marking up on the laptop and then transfer it over to the iPad. Just so that when we do our zooms like this, I can at least also share and not just be like, oh, it's on my iPad type of thing.
Yeah, I get you. Just like when you chart, like that was good. Like I said, your little stuff is really good. I just wanted you to start telling me why you're looking for stuff, but like what you did because of a broken support and looking for a retest off that.
Okay.
So that's good overall. Just when you look, that's a one confirmation. You need to have multiple confirmations in order for for a higher probable for a good sell or buy. Because that's right. We have right now is a very good confirmation. Because so like for example, price broke. I can say that little area create a flag. That's a bearish flag. That's one confirmation. If price broke that, retest it. That could be another confirmation. It's the overall trend, a downtrend or uptrend. So are you counter trending or are you going with the trend? These are some questions, and not in particular order that you have to think about it. So then you start at the end of the day, you'll start doing it like subconsciously, and you'll start answering a little bit more better. But that was good. That's not a bad charting for now. I do recommend you, like I said, just do a little bit more.
I think
of your support resistance, but I think it's not bad for now.
Yeah, I gotta work more on the charts. I was trying to chart up gold, but yeah.
But yeah, like I said, it's good. To start off with, it's not that bad. I did it like that too at the beginning, just a 1 hour base, but you'll get used to it though.
Yeah.
Let me see. 82.
So basically, Brandon, what you're saying is use that one video in the training that I think is like confirmations or something like that, confirmation checklist, and use those. I think it's like 4 or 5 that are on there.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
The 4 or 5 ideas that are on the confirmation checklist video that they have on IML.
Oh, I haven't really looked at that
because I know that one. I'm saying it because when I was looking through my notes today and like the questions that you asked, I remember that it did say if it goes with the trend or against the trend, your support and resistance lines, and it had a couple other stuff on there.
Yeah,
so it was just like basically
like
really
that.
Stood out.
Like you can't just go based on one confirmation at all. Like I can say, this. I'll share my screen right now. I think I'm pretty good with marking it up. Give me 1 second. Where's my thing? But that was really good. So Priscilla, it was a good.
It'll get better next week. I got.
No, yeah, exactly.
I just got crazy.
That's the point. I want you to put yourself out there.
Yeah.
So then at the end of like even a month or two from now, and you're gonna tell me, I'm doing this because X, Y, and Z.
Well, I'm gonna be the first week.
Exactly. So don't stress it out. This is a learning process. Oh, sorry. So you see my thing? So this is what I just charted down for mass. So overall,
okay, I see it.
It's at a daily support for what I see right now. Like this, but it did wick here, so I did it based on. Fix it up a little bit. I did it based on like where it touches the most wicks as well as the bodies, and it seemed like it was respecting this little area here. Because when price wicked, it still wicked back to this little area, the 82.40.
Okay.
So you can do a good. So I was looking. So that's the support. So I have here on my daily. So if I go to 4 hour, as you can see, I think this was yours thing, right? 4 hour. So then price broke this right here, broke this right here, retested this, Once it retested, it broke. This is a little flag. If I went to the 1 hour, the flag would be a little bit more cleaner, which it is. So here, consolidation, went for retest, break. So did another long break, consolidations right here. So I'm looking for, it could be a really good sell. Like you were saying, a good sell, but I wouldn't particularly sell personally unless it broke this 82.40 right here. So if price broke that, you can for sure get, I don't know how you measure pips with this. So I think this is 40 pips, or is it, I don't know. You can for sure catch it here. So if it breaks this, you can go catch it to at least 8,200. Once it breaks 8,200, then
that was
we will
40
go.
pips, by the way. Sorry.
It was? Okay.
Yeah, because Kim said get rid of the last number.
Okay.
You have TradingView Pro?
I have Pro, yeah.
Okay. There's like, hold on, the little icon, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like the seventh icon down on the left-hand side. I was playing around with it, and I guess the one with all the little lines going left and right. If you bring that to the numbers and then stretch it out, it gives you like your probability and like how many pips you would gain or lose.
Oh, you're talking about this?
No, I think down more.
Where is this thing right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when you choose your short and long positions.
Okay.
And then you decide it'll tell you your risk reward ratio and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So at the break of this, daily standpoint, will be pretty good. Catch it here. And then if it breaks this, you can start going by filling the wicks.
Okay.
Overall, I do see a sell due to the fact that this already here is a lot of sellers here has been going down. Don't I expect, like I said, for US 30 some retracements. So just keep an eye on that. But overall, I do see a sell. To be honest with you, for NAS, based on a long bullish thing, flag here, another long bullish here, but this right here, this little wick thing was a huge hammer, indicating like there are some buyers in this area. So, like I said, don't be scared of it coming back up to go back down.
Got it.
So, if it does go back up and respects here, the 8290 area ish, you can probably catch the sell and put it go here, which is like 90 pips.
Got it.
And then if it breaks that, just have a runner or set stop loss to break even, or profits to let it ride if you want. But yeah, that was good. Like I said, I don't usually hard NAS 100, so this is just like based on like a real quick thing. But I do see sales overall though.
Awesome.
Does anybody else have like a chart they want to look? Want to show? Don't you have a chart, Jasmine? Didn't you want to, you know?
Yeah, I was actually charting up UJ earlier, and I haven't been.
We're breaking up a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know why it's cracking up right now. Can you hear me?
A little bit, yeah. You're staticky, but I can hear you a little bit.
Let me see.
This is beautiful. So, if you would have sold anywhere around here at the top here, you got a nice one. What a great way to start the week. Just played out perfectly. See that? Perfectly.
So I found my little notes from when I first started doing like the training or whatever with IML, and I found the little criteria of the checklist that they were talking about, and they have the support and resistance, if it has long wicks, if it's consolidating, the trend line, the way that price is moving, retest and pullbacks.
Okay.
That's what they said to like really check for confirmations.
Those are good indications. I would like to ask you, one thing I probably will tell you, look at the fundamentals as well, based on how the country is doing overall. Like if there's overall bad news, depending on what pair you're looking at. So, for example, USD, China trade wars, no deal. The PMIs were really bad on Monday. So USD is really weak right now.
Wait, what are PMIs? Okay, hold on. I see it for Canada.
I'll show you right now. So USD has some bad news on Monday, I think. Where is it? This right here.
Yeah, somewhere 10. Yeah, I was just looking at it on my.
So I'll tell you what is measured, and I'll tell you how is determined whether it's good or bad. And it's been really bad the past couple. Like if it's previous and the forecast is good, but it shows if the actual is very negative, that would very impact the way gold and US30 will go, especially if this goes bad.
Okay.
And then if you read this, like when you click the folder, it'll briefly explain what it means and how does it affect it. Like above when it get an expansion, below with a contraction. These are things you gotta. Like, I personally don't know all of these yet because of vocab, but that's why we have like the internet. Like, we just look it up, say, "Oh, so what does this mean? What does that mean?" And you get used to it as you go along. But overall, you still need. Like I said, I do recommend you look at the fundamentals on how the country is doing overall, even before you even look at the chart. And then you determine based on your analysis who you're taking and all that.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay. Jasmine, you want to try doing your chart again?
I was trying. It's not for some reason.
I mean, I can open mines, and then you can tell me what you have. You say you were doing UJ?
Yeah.
I think I marked up UJ. I don't remember. Nope, never mind. All right, so what did you have?
Oh, man. It sucks that I was in London, busy, and in another country, terrible Wi-Fi.
So
A lot of these moves played out from Sunday. A lot of these moves played out.
So I put on my daily and 4 hours, but I got to today. So on the daily, I put it. I saw the two candles that were excited to drop. It was at 109.724.
Okay.
And bottom part of that candle, 108.485.
Okay.
And then found
You're breaking up a little bit. I couldn't hear you so far. I can't hear you. I'm sorry. Do you want to try resetting your Zoom?
Yeah, let me come back real quick.
Maybe that will work.
Okay.
Well, I'll tell her right now. But her daily and support, it's not that bad, to be honest with you. I might have to. I would have tweaked it a little bit, but overall, it's not a bad position, to be honest with you. Broke, retest down, support. Resistance, broke, coming back up. Yeah, it's not bad. Maybe at one almost here, maybe. And then right there. Do you guys have any other questions in general? Well, we wait for her because I want to see.
Can I show one of my charts?
Yeah.
Right. How do I share the screen?
You see that green box in the middle? I mean, below.
Yeah.
Click that, and then you're gonna see a lot of stuff. So you're gonna click where you see your chart, which will be in the web. Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. I see it.
Okay, so on the daily, I see like this big triangle. So my guess is that it's gonna go up.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you zoom in, I see this is like it retesting before it goes back up.
A retest what area?
Like right here. So like it went up from that trend line right here in the orange.
Yeah.
And then it just retested, and I think it's gonna go back up. But I have an alert set up either way.
It looks good to me. What are the dotted lines?
Those are like TP zones.
TP zones? Okay.
Yeah. Because normally like USDs are, I think it does like 40 to 50 pips, I think, for each like TP from what I've seen so far.
Okay.
What do you think?
I agree with you in terms of the buy. What is? I'll show you vines. I like overall it's really good. Your buy break and sell break, but I would draw a little bit more like lines in terms of like your 4-hour daily resistance and weekly, monthly. But your breaks are really good. Like the break, I kind of agree with you in a way. I think I have the same markup in a sense in terms of the breaks.
Mm-hmm.
But I agree in general in terms of the buy. If you want, I'll show you what I have for ZAR.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me?
A lot better now.
Oh my gosh. It was I downloaded the app on my laptop, and I guess that's what was causing that.
That's weird. I'm gonna do ZAR a little bit, and then we can go back to your UJ.
Okay.
So I have something similar to your thing where you're buy and break, which I'm assuming was around this area, maybe a little bit lower. And I did have a retest here at the weekly support, which would be the 14.6 mark. So I don't know why it didn't trigger, which stuck or whatever. But I do see a buy at the break of this.
Mm-hmm.
And then after a retest, my first TP would have been maybe, let's see, from here to here. So my first TP, like you said, would be like 50 pips, which would be here, which would be a pretty good 4-hour resistance, give or take. and then after I will go for the second one, which would be here. So overall, it's like around 125 pips. I agree with you in terms of the buy. So what I'm trying to say is like just like Priscilla, you see how I have my marks right here? Like,
yeah.
I see monthly, daily resist 4 hour. That's what I want you guys to start trying to do. Like, I mean, your breaks and your buy breaks, sell breaks are really good. Like, I mean, in general, but you need to understand like where is the chart at right now? Like, you know what I'm trying to say?
Like
So,
the overall picture.
Exactly. So where is USD ZAR? Where is it at? So if I do this, I want you to be able to tell me, oh, it's at a weekly support. It bounced off here, and now I'm waiting for either a break at the next resistance, which would be around here, and then I'll go for a buy after a break retest. You know, or like if it hits here, and if you're telling me, so why wouldn't you? If I say why wouldn't you? Buy here, then you can tell me, oh, because it's at a resistance line. And if I tell you which one, then you'll tell me, oh, it's at a 4 hour daily or weekly. So you wouldn't do a buy there because that's where strong sellers are. You will do it at a break at that. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. So like the larger time frames, you're saying there's like greater resistance.
Greater resistance / support.
Okay.
So like overall, like I mean, like I said, your breakouts are really good for the like all of you guys have really good like breakouts for the buy and break. Like I'm trying to say, like I personally think I don't have that much lines in my graph. Some people have less, but I do like kind of recommend you start like even jotting down here like this is a monthly resistance, daily 4 hours, so you know where the market is, where the pair is at, and you can go based off that. Does that kind of make sense a little bit?
Yeah.
So like I said, I do agree with you in your buys. I was actually looking for a buy. I don't know why my buy in Hugo's way didn't trigger because I was looking for a buy here. So price did this. So I was looking for if price respected this area, which is the 14.1. If it respected this, I would have bought, but it never hit there. So my next opportunity would have been a break back up here and a retest here. So in Hugo's way, it hit here. Why it didn't trigger my buy, I don't know. Don't matter. I'll look for another entry. But you see what I'm trying to get at though? Like that's not. I know where it's at, what it did. So it just helps you for looking for another opportunity for either to open another position or to get in when you missed out on the first one. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
But your markers are really good overall. Just like just put some more like tiny details of it, like where it's at and all that. And I think it's really good, to be honest with you.
Thanks.
To start off with, yeah. All right. So UJ, like what you're saying. So, what was your 4 hour now? Because I think we did the daily already. Jasmine. You there?
I forgot to mute
Oh. So I have your dailies here. What were your 4 hours?
Okay, so one of my 4 hours was just looking at support and resistance here. I saw one at 109.411.
That is what?
I saw support and resistance, like on both sides. Like
so this is a support and resistance.
I saw wick and the candles, and that's where it bounced off one time and came back up to where my daily was at.
Okay.
And then the next one I saw was 109.186.
This is a resistance too. Okay.
And another one was 108.911.
Right? Do this. That.
Okay.
And then right now, how price is moving up and down. Like I just put where the red candle was at, and I was looking towards the side, and there's a few wicks just going up and down from it. But I don't know if it's gonna be one or not. But I just put it anyway at 108.68.
Yeah, so you did like something like this, like it's nearest consolidation, something like that, right? So if you look at the hourly, it's a good 1 hour resistance in a way due to a lot of rejection area. So in terms of the hour, if price starts um, consolidating, it will be a good resistance. But your dailies, I like. Your support and resistance were really good in terms of rejections for both the top and the bottom. You don't see anything wrong with that. 4 hour. 4 hour looks pretty good. I like this one. And I wouldn't put any here. I mean, that's just me personally. Due to like this was just a choppy area and very it was and overall this was the consolidation area. This little area from here to here. This was the basically the move overall. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I didn't know if it put like low zone.
You're breaking up a little bit. Can you say that
Yeah,
again?
what I
Sorry.
was thinking of putting there because it's like a lot of consolidation.
Mm-hmm.
Kim usually put like little zones, and then she would just trade the break out of. So
Yeah, you could trade a break out of this. Yeah.
how I learned from Kim that whenever she looked like little where it was consolidating a little bit, she just put her little blue zone and just trade out of that. I was gonna do that, but then I didn't have time to do it. I didn't know if you just put that line there. That's what that was what I was planning on doing. I don't know. Sometimes I just think something and I do something else, and that's my problem.
Yeah, you're breaking up a little bit.
I
I
wanted
barely
to chart the
understood
way
you.
I wanted to chart it, and I'm pretty sure it would have been okay.
It might just be your Wi-Fi, honestly, because I know yesterday we were able to hear you a bit better.
Yeah.
It's probably just like one of those dead zones in your house when it comes to Wi-Fi.
Gold, silver, US 30. I mean, you were basically done for the week.
So overall, like I mean, overall, I do like your charting a little bit. It's really
Yeah.
good to be honest with you. So what you have here is price before was resistance, broke, created support.
And
I'm sorry.
this is where I'm always at. But I think it's because it's been snowing.
Oh, the snow you think could be? I mean, like I don't know if you can hear me, but like I said, your charting is pretty good. I like this resistance, which this support, which it could be a retest back up here to
And
continue going down. So, depending on what you're looking for, your overall like your support resistance areas are pretty good. I, I would just tighten up a little bit, but it's not that bad actually, to be honest with you.
okay.
But yeah, so for you, Jay, I mean, based on what you have, price hasn't retested this broken support, so you can catch a retest probably here to make it go maybe down back down here to your support. on the daily. So that's like at least like 50 pips, which is not bad. It did a huge drop, came back up, little drop. So, man, you can see price come back here for a little retest and go for continue to drop. So just keep an eye out, depending, like I said, depending on what you're looking for in general, because you did do this right here. So if you do want to catch a break here, you could catch a break and probably go for at least a good 20 pips. Just keep in fact that this is your 4 hour resistance. I mean support now. So if you see rejection, will be a turning point to a resistance, and it could continue its way down after it hits this. Especially like I said, since this is UJ, USD is still really weak right now, so that's also another confirmation as well as you can catch some good sells. But overall, yeah, I like it. It's really good. Really, really good. It's just like I said, just tighten up, put some details like for you, like just name. Like I like to name my areas and support resistance, just so I can know where it's at and how strong it is overall. You know.
Okay.
But it's good. It's pretty good, to be honest with you. Do you guys want to look at another pair, or do you guys have any charts? Other charts?
I had marked up GA2.
Oh yeah.
But I can't screen share. Let me see.
Oh yeah.
Let me try to screen share.
There is a way for you to be able to access, like to take over, like you can pull up GA and you could actually just move or like mark it up yourself with your own mouse type of thing.
Oh, but this is her thing, so I can look it up right now.
Yeah. Can you guys see my screen?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, this is
All because of Brexit talks. Just massive consolidation. You have
I have time to like put my farmers, this, so right here, just like right here. But this my and this was my this I just marked for price was at. Yeah.
From what I see, your markers are pretty good. I just don't know like what support, what resistance it is, like in terms of time frame wise.
This is 4 hours. So I'm actually going for a buy here, and I missed it. I didn't go in it.
For a buy?
Because I couldn't. After here, I have because it was down, and it
You're breaking out, Jasmine. I can barely hear you.
Down, and in a minute, I'm gonna go up to here somewhere because the previous part is event. So I missed it. Can you hear me now?
A little bit. It's just It's just you're staticky and breaking on and off.
Okay. Let me go over here.
Right? Or if you're smart and like, okay, price goes the opposite way, again, I
still the same.
When you were somewhere like in the middle, it was like perfect.
Right? But that's the whole reason why I put the links there, so you guys can watch.
How about now?
See how these
Okay.
play out.
It sounds better from what we can tell.
I was looking for down. I was looking fine, and this was my
nice bearish flag forming right
first
get easier to
That spot right there is
your high.
a dead zone for you right now.
So
Yeah, you might have to either reset your Wi-Fi or go to a different spot because you're very breaky and staticky.
You know what this is reminding me of? That one commercial that was like, "Can you hear me now?"
Oh,
this sucks. Okay.
All right.
Can you hear me now?
a little bit, but let's try to do a sentence and let's see.
Okay, so
Uh,
I'm looking for
negative. I think it's your Wi-Fi or something. Try.
I
You might have
definitely think it's the Wi-Fi.
try resetting it. Maybe it would be better if you reset it.
If it's still snowing outside, I definitely see that being a main reason as to why your Wi-Fi is acting up.
Yeah, I don't think it's snowing right now. It was windy earlier.
Where's your Wi-Fi?
It's literally in my living room. I'm standing right next to it.
See, there wasn't so bad.
Can you guys hear me now?
A little bit better, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, try this fast. Okay, so this was my first TP, my second, and this is my third TP. So I was gonna jump in here and just jump it. Can you guys hear me?
It's like we hear you, but when you start explaining it, it just goes staticky.
Yeah, I think you talk so fast that it like chops it up.
No.
So let me see. You said 0.89 is your first TP?
Yes.
Okay, and then you said 0.90 is your second TP.
This is my
That's your second TP.
and this is my yeah, right. And this is my third one. It's around that. Yeah, for me this is like a big goal for me. This is like a big okay, let's see TP and go for
Yeah, I can barely hear you.
Try labeling it on the side so that we can at least understand like the TP parts.
Okay.
Do you have any chart stuff while she labels?
Not right now. I'm in a trade right now. Just wanted to join you guys and see what you guys were doing, hear what you guys are doing.
We were Priscilla, Jazz.
Is Pris on?
Jessie, I'm sorry. Huh?
Is Pris on? I don't see her.
I think she left.
She probably got off or her laptop died.
Yeah, we were comparing charts, and I mean overall, everybody's doing pretty good with their breakouts. I just recommend it like just put more like support resistance, or just to know where it will be at, and just write them, like not write them down, but just like mark them up and just so you can know where's that.
Got it. So I see that I guess one of the questions I had when we were together, me, my brother, and Pris, were like support and resistance. Like, do we put them at the wicks or the bodies, or just both?
I do both. I do both. So, I'll show you. Good question.
That's a good question.
Yeah. Just let me know when you're done, Jasmine. So, for example, GA, I like. All right. Let me go on daily standpoint.
Okay, I'm done.
All right, let me just show the herd this, and we can do that. Okay, so let me go to daily. Yeah, not that bad. So for daily, so you see where I have the end right now.
Yeah.
So this is my support for the daily, right?
Okay.
So some people like to do it here or even here. I like to do it where I get the most touches, whether it's a body or a wick. So for example, it'll be like this right here, like around 2. So that's where it got the most touches, and it's showing that there whenever price goes here indicates where a lot of buyers are. So I know where when this breaks, which it did, that it will tank.
Got it.
So let me give you another example. So take this for example. I have this as a weekly, so just ignore this and just in terms of the daily. So you see this right here. I personally, if I wanted to have a daily resistance, I would like it around 2.023 around here. Reasons wise, in terms of touches, I got them where price touched the most around this area. So it's within a body as well as within the wicks as well as the body. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see it.
So I personally will do it where you get the most rejection, whether it's either the wick or the body. It doesn't matter. I do both.
You do both. Okay.
I
No,
do
I
both.
see it when you're like pointing it out to me.
Yeah.
Because when we were just marking out the other day, I was like, wait, I do wicks, and they're like, well, we do bodies, and I was like, okay, like I wanted to like see where your guys' chart was in comparison to ours.
It's a mixture of both. I like to I just go where I get the most touches. I don't care if it's a wick. I don't care if it's a body. I just like them. So even like for example, even gold. Look at gold. This is a daily standpoint. I have this as a strong as a support right here because it got the most touches around this area, as well as you see these wicks here. But I saw where price. You can even consider this a fake break because at the end of the day, price came back up to this little zone and it touched this area a lot more than it did this area. Because if I did the wicks, then I'll have it here. You know what I'm saying? But price didn't go here more often; it came here. So why would I have a support? Like here, and then let's say I'm looking for a buy here or a break at this. I'm missing all this right here because it could have came back here, and then it could have just shoot up. Or if you're looking for a break here, but you could have gotten a better entry here if you were going for a break here.
Yeah.
So that's why I like to do it where I get, and like just like how Kim does it, where the most touches is, whether it's a wick or whether it's a body. But like that's why I want you guys to start charting up. So like you'll start seeing it, and it's a lot easier to do it when you guys start like doing it yourselves. But that's a good question to be like. That's a very good question. Let me do one more example. So you see here, right here, there's no bot. I didn't have any bodies here. I could do this if I want to. I can do it right here because technically speaking, Price did, respected this little area in terms of the body wise, but I did it here because even though there were bodies here, the wicks were still trying to were reaching here no matter what. And every time it reached here, Price has been rejecting. So I did this little area here due to the fact that that's where I was getting a lot more touches, as well as if it breaks here, it's a little bit more confirmation that price will continue going up, Because let's say I did it here and I went for a buy, I mean, you'll still catch the pips. Like if you go for a break here, you're still catching at least 67 pips, you know. But I like to go for the I personally like to go for the big fish. So if I see a break here at the 75, 80 mark, I would like to go and catch at least 100 plus pips. Obviously, I'm taking profit along the way, But that's just how I would like. That's how I would want. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let me just fix it up. But yeah, that's a good question. I do both. Where we get the most touches.
Got it.
But I actually have a question because when I do my markups, I kind of have it, especially like on the daily and the 4 hour and stuff. I kind of have it more zoomed out, and I kind of look at the overall and then zoom in. And if I have to fix it a little bit, I fix it that way. Would you recommend continuing to do it that way? Like, I have it
You
way
do.
more
I
zoomed
do.
out.
Yeah, I do the exact same thing. So I couldn't even zoom out right now. I'll show you. So even if I zoom out right now, the thing is right now,
Yeah, I
like
do it like that.
if I go to the left, there's not that much. I'm given. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Unless if I go on a weekly standpoint, there's let me zoom out. There's still not that much given.
Yeah.
So even here, like if you want to be kind of technical, so let's say I did a 75. Even if I go all the way back here, price respected this zone. So when price broke here and created support, so this was a resistance at first. So it broke here, retest, flew. So then we go back here.
Resistance again.
So resistance became support. Price came down here, retested, bam, tank. So
that's why I zoom out to get to like not just where it is at the moment, but to get if it's ever been there in the past. And then I just stick to.
I would do it for the weekly, monthly, but I don't. You don't have to look at it too far off. You know what I'm saying? So I don't. I shouldn't have to look all the way up to here. You know, to see where I see. Like I like to do it as recent as possible, but I still look at the past history as like what happened when price hit that. Like even so, for example, even like I'll tell you, like I on the daily standpoint, where I did the 175, I did it solely based off these past history. This only history right here, you know.
Okay.
Because price rejected here, rejected here. So for the daily standpoint, I was looking at these little areas here. So then I said, okay, price created resistance here. So I know if resistance has been broken here, we're looking on the way up. But I used to do it on any time frame back in the day. I used to look all the way back, and that's fine. But
see, I don't do it that way. I'll stick to like that, maybe like that area right there. I'll mark it up, and then I'll go back and see if it like matches up with like previous things, maybe up to like 2015, and then
so if you look
after
left,
that I won't be looking more.
So if you look left, if I see a lot of white areas here, then I'm not gonna keep zooming out just to see what's happening here.
Okay.
This area here, it's a good amount of history that I can take and see what price wants to do. And this is even based on August, so it's still you have a lot. So if I even want to go to the monthly, which is a lot easier, then that's a different story because I can go here and I can see okay, price created support here and retested. Once price broke support, it took what was this March of 2013. It took almost 7 years for it to be retested here and come back down. You know.
Gotcha. Okay.
So if in a long term point of view, yes, that's why I said always do from monthly, weekly, daily, and 4 hour, so you know where price is at and what price wants to do. Because so I didn't take this sell because I didn't trade gold at the time. But had I marked my monthly stuff and said, okay, price created support here and it's been broken, and now it started creating resistance. So when it touched here, it rejected. Came back here, rejected again. You know, these are the things that I probably could have caught had I looked at gold at that time. You know. But in terms of past history, you don't need to look too much in terms from daily 4 hour. Just basically this much, honestly. For 4 hour, I won't even go. This is as much as I'll go for 4 hour.
Okay.
For daily, like this much. You know, if I see a lot of white, like by white I mean like if there's not much history from where the pair is at right now, I'm not gonna go all the way like this. But if let's say it was here, let's say we were in this area here, then I will look a little bit, see, because there's some history, So I will start doing here. Probably had a markup probably here, and real support probably here. Just for example, for
that makes sense.
Okay. But yeah.
Okay.
That was a good question. Like I said, back then I used to go all the way to the past. But at the
Yeah,
end of
that's
the
what I've
day,
been doing lately, but I've been focusing more on like recent areas, and then I'll go to the past to see if it really like hit that, so I could be like, okay, that's an area that not just has hit recently, but it's hit in the past, so it is a really strong support and resistance area.
exactly. Also, you have to take consideration that back then, like news and time wise, it's not as it is right now. So you got to take that into consideration. You know. So your technicals could be really good, but if you look back then and you're only based on technicals, then your fundamentals are going to go out of place. You know what I'm trying to say? Because back then, gold, there wasn't as much Brexit news, and examples like that didn't affect the chart that much.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, but also that was a good question. That was a good question. All right. You want to show it, Jasmine? Since you say you finished.
That's what I have.
Slowly. Daily TP1, 2. Okay, so you were going for buys. I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went in on a buy 2. My TP was 1.899, I think it was. Yeah, it was 89.9. Buy TP1, TP2, TP3. Your TPs are good. It's the same thing like I said before. I do recommend you start jotting down what is this? Like, is this the 4-hour resistance? Is this a daily resistance? If you're doing buys, or vice versa for sells, is this a 4-hour support? Is this a daily support? Same things. Like having the TPs you have right now are good, but it's not telling me why you're TPing there. You know what I'm saying? Like I can see it. Like I can see it personally. Like, oh, because price is rejecting here, right? And for TP3, TP2, I was an hour, so I'm assuming 4 hour. There probably was resistance here, but what I'm trying to get at. Like that's why I just start jotting down, like writing down, like, oh, this is a 4 hour resistance. This is a daily resistance. And then as you do that, you won't really need to say TP1 this, TP2 this, TP3 this, because now you'll know, like, okay, price is hitting a resistance area. So I would personally have a TP. I will TP there, because if price does reject, then I'll know that it's because of this, this, and this. But if price breaks it, then you will go on and look at the next most strong resistance or support, and that will be like you did your TP3 for like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like I said, your charts are really good. Like overall, all of your charts are really good. It just needs to be more detailed, like in terms of like what is this line indicating, or what is this what are you looking for, and all that. Like what are you looking for? What are your confirmations? Um, are you basing this off like a long term trade, or is this just a quick scalp? Things like that.
Yeah.
But overall, I do like your charts. They're really good. They're actually getting better each time. Just keep at it. Like don't, because it's all a repetition in the end.
Okay.
You guys have any more questions, or want to look at our chart?
No.
You guys good?
We went over gold.
Yeah, I did. We did gold. I did US30. I did ZAR.
You did NAS 100.
I did a quick NAS 100. If you guys have any other pairs, I can do a little drop down.
or like if you have enough like charts and I can take a look at it and all that. You guys good?
I wrote down the pictures. You didn't draw pictures on anything.
I didn't hear you. Sorry, you broke up.
Your Wi-Fi doesn't want you to be great.
Don't stress it. Like I tried to fix it. So at the end of the day, like it's just this is just a bad luck. But in general, you're probably not gonna have this. But you guys good?
Steph, did you finish marking up US oil?
Oh, you're
muted.
Oil, right? Okay. We can do oil quick if you want.
You're muted, by the way, Steph.
Yeah, show me what you got, Brandon. But I have it marked up since I sent you it last.
No stress. I was thinking someone wanted oil. Let me go back here. So in terms of oil, news-wise, since you are want to trade oil, safe. I do recommend, like I said, so tomorrow they're gonna do their inventory on Wednesdays. So when there's the things I sent you.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, you have to like just learn what they mean a little bit. I'm still getting used to it, but in a general sense, when inventory is low, when there's basically less oil, prices will go up. You know,
Okay.
that is because it's saying like like tight inventories and all that. So when there's more oil, price will go down because there's a lot of supply of it, and they just want to get rid of it. You know.
Got it.
That's in terms of supply and demand. That's why I said like you should just it's supply and demand in a general sense is basically like a support and resistance, but in a way it's just saying like where are the most buyers and sellers in a certain location at, you know.
Okay.
But oil is really good if you really get the down of it to oil, especially news. Then you can make a lot of money with it with oil. Like I did. That was my first. Oil helped me did my first $1,000 day. So it's really good. If you do want to learn it. All right, let me see. I don't know why I didn't say, but that's okay.
Brandon, I have a question. Would you recommend just looking at oil and studying it, even if we don't like trade it, like after we mark up our own 3 pairs that we're learning? I don't know if that question like makes sense.
Yeah. If you want to in the future learn how to trade oil, then yeah, I would just practice charting it down, looking at the news and that. But if you don't, if you're not looking at trading it, then don't bother. You know, like I said, because you have US30, you have gold, you have NAS. So if you're taking those into priorities, then you don't have to worry about oil. But oil is overall a good pair to learn. So if you do plan on learning in the future, then yeah, then you should start practicing how to jot it down, and especially learn how to look at the news and stuff for it.
Okay, makes sense.
D3 D4. Yeah, that's two. No, shoot. There. 2, 1. 6. All right. D8. So the thing I sent you, Steph, is basically saying that oil is likely to go up soon due to the fact of the inventory wise. So keep an eye on Wednesday, and I wouldn't be surprised if oil does come back up. Overall, I do see a sell in the long term until the end of January, until the end of December. Reasons why is like I said before. Usually during the fall, like November, December, around that area, October too, oil tends to tank due to the fact that like a lot of people are out of town and all that stuff. So oil does usually go down, and usually by the beginning of the new year, like January, like even January, mid-January, that's when we start seeing oil rally back up. So I personally will look for sells, but that doesn't mean there are not any buyer opportunities, you know?
Yeah.
So that's just like an example, like based on like past history. So I'll just do a quick reason why. So check this out. So this was December. So I think starting August, October, all the way down to December, it's been tanking. And when January hit, specifically the week of January 1st, it started rallying back up. You see that? And then as we start going down the months, it's just consolidating. October.
I don't have a call anymore.
Oh, she did?
I think her laptop died or whatever she was using died. Because she just like randomly disappeared.
She was like, fuck this. That's cool. But yeah, so I mean, I'll explain it again when she gets there. But like, so usually again, we're in December now, November. He had his last rally back up, and then it just tanked. So I'm looking for a good opportunity for sales until the end of the month of January when I will start looking for buys. But this is what I see. Go back to a daily standpoint. Thing looking clean. The 4 hour. Support broken. So for oil, what I like to do is I do 4 hour support resistance. The thing is with oil, it's so choppy. Like it's just like this is the 4 hour base alone. I look at higher time frames in general to get just a clear area where it's at. And then for oil, I would do just like how we usually do is just go for a break. This is this most recent 4 hour resistance. And this is this most recent 4 hour support. Coincidentally, it's a strong support in general. As you see, the wicks it has been touched quite a bit. Whenever price breaks that, it usually goes down.
Hey, I'm so sorry. My computer died, guys.
No, you're good.
And it usually warns you, but it just didn't.
It was like, nah, not today.
Where did you last? What's the last thing you heard?
You were just marking up.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
So this is what I have marked up, but I was telling them, during the months of October, November, December, not in particular, usually oil starts rallying down before the next year, which is January, mid-January. That's when you see oil usually rally back up. And for example, I guess I would them like this is the start like in October. Around October 1st, oil started rallying back, just tanked. So when December hit, the end of the month of December, January, we saw it just came back right back up. And it just kept going up until like May, April, start seeing some consolidation back and forth in general within this area here, like up and forth. Then like during October, November, it had its last ride up, and then it just tanked recently.
So overall, I do see sales in general. It's just based on like past history of the months of where it's at. But like I was saying, that doesn't mean you can't look for good buys, especially with the news that came out that I sent in the chat. I wouldn't be surprised if oil broke this little resistance right here and came back up to 58.3. I had a sell at 59. No, at 58.9. And it missed my sell by 20 pips. So I wouldn't be surprised if it came back up here for one last stride up and then go down for the last couple weeks. But just keep an eye out. So I usually, for like I was saying, for oil, I do the same thing. My monthly, weekly, daily. Now I change it up with oil for based on the 4 hour. Only reason because oil is very choppy for me, for my preference, due to like this. So I can get a clear indication where I see strong support resistance in a way. So I personally like to do its most recent resistance and support, which is this and this.
Got it.
And coincidentally, 55 is a really good strong support because of this, a little bit of this and this. But like I said, overall, it's still choppy and I don't like this. So once you have your monthly down to your daily, just look for its most recent resistance in terms of the 4 hour and support and just go from there. Yeah. But this is what I have right now. Could probably go break recess here, break recess here. Either way, I think you can catch at least 100 pips up or down. But obviously take profit as you go along the way. All right. So you guys good? You guys have any more questions or like anything?
I think for now we're good. We'll probably come up with some type of questions tomorrow.
No, that's fine. Tomorrow I'll be able to do a Zoom for sure. Most likely the same time. I'll let you know if you guys are down. If not, just we'll do it probably Friday or next Monday.
Most likely right after Kim's.
Oh, we can do that too. You can do that too if you want. If it's not too late for you guys, you can do it Thursday after Kim's stuff.
Oh wait, I just realized tomorrow's Wednesday. I'm looking at my thing and it says Wednesday, and I'm thinking that like Wednesday passed and it's already about to be Thursday. I've been so off my days. I thought today was Monday, and that I had things to do for Tuesday, and then my phone went off with the alarm like, no, you got this to do today. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, it happens. But yeah, we can do it Thursday. Wednesday for sure I can do a Zoom. Thursday I work. I'll let you know Thursday depending on how I feel. I do have to catch up on schoolwork and that, but I'll let you guys know. Wednesday for sure I can do a Zoom. So I'll let you guys know what time in general.
Okay.
Alright, cool. But yeah, like I said, thanks for coming. At the end of the day, you guys take your time to come here and learn, and you guys even teach me a thing or two, especially with zones and fixing up my cards. So I also thank you for that. So like at the end of the day, we're all gonna get better. Just keep charting.
Help each other.
Exactly. Just keep on charting. Keep on marking up. Keep on putting yourself out there. Give me your analysis. Tell me why you're doing this and all that. As you go along the way, you'll get better. That being said, you guys have a good night, and hopefully let's get ready for London New Year session.
Thank you.
No problem. Take care, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Do you have a fan page?